Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, beautiful, beautiful individual personality, you. Today, I would like to speak about appreciation, gratitude, and reverence for the present moment. Of course, being grateful and having appreciation, reverence, and worship, devotion in your heart, it requires a choice, freedom to do so. That means it's not directly ignoring what would otherwise hinder us from doing so, because it is there for everyone. Everyone, if we are a little ob- objective about it for a moment, and not objective without emotion here. True objectivity includes emotion, because you would not know what objectivity was without it. We are constantly living in it. Removing the human being, you wouldn't even know what this cosmos looks like. We have the senses, we have the inner perception organs to see this specific reality right now. These senses will develop, change, grow, unfold. That is, and gratitude, just to come back to it, is what helps you stay stable, helps you stay in dedication every day to the divine. Being grateful for what comes out of the silence, this moment, out of the heart, out of our thoughts, out of our will impulses, and being grateful. By you being grateful in this moment, you are working towards the future. You see, whatever you do now will become the future. Because what you do now is actions now that leads towards something. So whatever time and effort you put into whatever craft, whatever area, whatever skills you have chosen to, well, cultivate this lifetime, is what will grow like a plant. So of course, the most advantageous would be to cultivate the whole human being. The 12 cosmic worldviews, the 7 soul moods, and the movement of the planets, and how our human being is built up, and being grateful for it, for all the assistance given, being grateful for the healing that we go through, the karma that we pay, the relationships we have gone through and do have, family, any kind of, it really is about looking and having an intention set to be grateful and appreciative. Gratitude, appreciation is devotion. It literally is being grateful and praising the Lord, the divine. When you do so, you are in a specific state of being. This specific state of being is connected to the hierarchy, which is actively assisting in working upon your being. They lift you up of the abyss. They lift you out of the void, you see. But you have to be dedicated to the cause, honest, devotional, and with respect to the hierarchy. They are far above us in development, after all. So we should never become arrogant and believe ourselves to be on top of it all. It really is about having that humility. The humility to be grateful. The humility to know that there are a wise guidance of this world, and that there are a lot of karma we human beings introduced into this world. It is all about grabbing a hold onto your own inner being, sitting and breathing in the silence, and developing your stability, your consciousness, your ability to observe yourself, your own inner being, and whatever might occur in your life. Gratitude helps you being stable. Worship helps you, well, By being humble, asking for guidance, for help, for whatever assistance they can give us, they will give you so. But it is about honesty. It's about truly spreading and open up your whole soul and being to God, to the divine, to higher beings. Higher beings is always good. They're the only on earth, only here down on earth do we have evil. Evil comes from karma, from stagnation, from lagging behind. Backward spirits, which will, by the way, in the future develop good themselves. But since they refused to develop, they had to go one level below from the development they were in. That happened to Lucifer, Ahriman, and Sorath. Sorath was the sun demon. He was an archai. That means a spirit of age, a spirit of time. I was just trying to... Whatever. He came from the Saturn development, and because of his lagging behind, he had to go one step down in development. It was the same with Ahriman and the same with Lucifer. These beings are now down here on earth as parasitic types of spiritual beings that has to go in development through us. And they come and go as, as disturbances, as imbalances. The confusion and the clouding of our clarity and being. Through conscious devotion, reverence, and gratitude, these beings become, through compassion, you shackle Ahriman down in the underworld, and through compassion, Lucifer breaks his own wings. And that is the balance, the threefold equilibrium we need to hold. The conscious balance between frivolity and asceticism, between soft and hard, between dissolving or renewing and the drying up, the living and the dying. But the world, we human beings are not those two alone. We are a third part within there. That is the truth. We are not either or. Everything occurs at the same time. The layers that is of the... Study spiritual science enough and try to find out through your own power and effort outside the ridiculously many layers and beings that is occupying this earth development. Oh man, your heart would sing. There is no end to study. There is no end to finding out, to learning. And that is the gratitude I have, at least. Because it literally spoils my hunger for knowledge and wisdom. It satiates constantly, because I actively look for it, actively look for gratitude, for beauty, for love, for connection to the divine, and they help you, lift you up towards it. You see, they are always here. They are always around us. This is God's substance. This is God's world. This is God's cosmos. But we are so far below this perception that they will have to lift us up so that you can feel them again. We have been bogged down by so much karma. The more you actively, in gratitude, devotion, and humility, pay this karma, clear it away, you become more and more clean in your clairvoyance. It becomes clear-cut, detailed, meticulous, and you get a sense of life, a sense of hierarchy through it. And having these different lenses to see things from. So if we wanted to go from the specific worldviews, from idealism to realism, to materialism or sensualism, mathematism, phenomenalism, realism, dynamism, monadism, spiritualism, or pneumatism, or psychism, or the moods of soul, the Gnostic, or the logic, the logician, Gnosticism, logicism, mysticism, transcendentalism, occultism, empiricism, and voluntarism. These are feelings of mood that you can see these cosmic thoughts from. So you can see things from a voluntary, that means from a will perspective, you see God's will in the world. And then you can go to sensualism. So from a voluntary sensationalist mood, you see the world from your senses, and through the sense perception you see God's will. That was just an example. You can also go from the moon forces, from the occult. So behind phenomena or dynamic forces in the world, you can see occult hidden symbols and beings behind everything, just as an example. You can go from mysticism, so a sensational mystic would see the world with their outer senses and have mystical feelings about it. Do you see here? You can also see it from 3 different tones: sun, moon, earth. Theism, intuitionism or intuitivism, and naturalism. So you can see things from a religious spiritual perspective, more from a vague feeling perspective, or from a naturalistic science perspective. You can also see things from an anthropomorphic, that means taking out the human being, the human being, and observe him alone outside of all of these. That is anthropomorphism. So you see 12 cosmic worldviews, 7 soul moods, and 3 tones, plus 1 of standing on its own. Now we also have the astral, the physical, etheric, astral, ego, the 3 future, the manas, buddhi, and atman. First, we need to have all the concept symbols to be able to understand and to start looking outside. You need to have the framework first. That requires study, and that requires building up enough of your understanding for concepts to be able to fill it with reality. And they help you, assist you with filling with living reality. Hence, little will slip by you in the end. You are always awake, aware to see where life is leading you. Because, well, you always have something to study. From your own inner being to others' inner being to the world's outer inner being. And trying to find the divine in all of this. Finding gratitude, finding appreciation, and the beautiful. It helps heal. It helps find that foundational anchoring in this world. And being flexible, maneuverable within your thinking and feeling and your will, and being able to see things from as many different perspectives as possible, because your ego, is the one that shifts from these perspectives. You move from phenomenalism to sensationalism to you, the ego, is observing from different lenses. And that is the all-rounded human being, the true eternal human being, that uses your body to go through all of these different areas. So it is up to us as individuals in freedom to cultivate this, or not do so. We have a whole life of choice after all. So you can start now and develop and become curious, or you can wait towards the future for something, But why wait? Why not find out now? Why not find out now? Do so. They want you to. They long to connect to you. They long to get you out of that. To be able to connect to your heart, to your soul and spirit. I will have a break this weekend. So I just wanted to have that said before I said thank you. You beautiful, beautiful individual personality, you. I love you so much. You are wonderful. You are amazing. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, ancient masters of old, higher hierarchy, our ancestors from every incarnation, bless, protect, guide, love you on your individual, unique path that also leads to, well, the whole. Because you can connect and feel the whole, observe the whole, here and now, and work upon the world towards the future, healing, clearing karma, clearing clutter, clearing delusions and confusions, living the best life you can through choices right now, not feeling compelled to anything, but what you choose now. Of course, we have future sight, so we are working towards something, but that is not the purpose to stay in the future. And we do have our past we need to go through as karma, but that is something we work toward and we work upon now, here. So the more you clear, the more you also gain insights, and there is a balance to these things. You're given a little, and then they take it away so you can clear this, and then they come back again to give you more enthusiasm and more fire, and then they cut off again, and then it is a round dance of behavior. And yeah, you will come to understand what kind of behaviors these guys like and what they don't like, obviously. So thank you so much. I'll see you on Monday. I love you, beautiful, beautiful divine sibling of mine, beautiful, beautiful initiate. You amazing individual ego, you. It is you I talk to. So listen to your heart. Be beautiful, be moral, be good, and be grateful. If you want. If you want. Goodbye.